Situated. Today is Thanksgiving in the United States. Happy Thanksgiving to those who are in the States. Happy day of Thanksgiving, of gratefulness to those across the world. May you all have something. May you all find something to be grateful for. Um, that is no small thing. The practice of gratefulness is a transformative practice. And it is a practice. I talk quite a bit about practice. I wrote about practice this morning. Poop howdy, my friend. Having something as a practice doesn't mean that it is not um, the essence of who we are. The thing is that we are removed by our thoughts, by our ego, from who we truly are. We've invested in a false conception, a misperception of who we are. We relate solely to the ego. I don't want to demonize the ego. I don't want to make it sound like we need to fight or battle the ego. We just need to see through it. It's not an actuality. It doesn't even exist. Neuroscience shows that the ego doesn't exist. No neuroscience would ever be able to dissect the brain and pinpoint and say, here's the ego. This is who you are. This is where you are. You're located in this place of the brain. It just isn't there. There is no ego. We see through it. Let's see. Jason says, Happy Thanksgiving. Today's a special day. I'm spending most of it with my brother. Namaste. Namaste to you, my friend. Thank you so much. I actually started the beginning of the conversation with Happy Thanksgiving to everyone across the world. I know it's a day of celebration for the United States. However, it's a day of Thanksgiving because every day is a day of Thanksgiving. There was always something to be thankful for. And I know there's people across the world who are suffering. Being grateful does not diminish their suffering. It doesn't push it aside. It doesn't gloss over it. But in the midst of their suffering is a desire for someone, somewhere, to help them. Just as the suffering of others appears, so does the wish, the desire to ease their suffering appear in the hearts of another. So there is always something that we find a sense of gratefulness, thankfulness for. So, where was I? It doesn't matter. Every point's a starting point, and that's the wonderful thing. Every single point's a starting point. It's the resurrection. Sometimes I dislike cloaking things in what seems like it's religious language because it can throw people off or it can turn people off. It certainly did for me for a long time. I am not a religious person. I don't even consider myself a spiritual person, just a person. I am let's call it a spiritual being having a human experience instead of a human being that has a spiritual experience. Just spirit, pure spirit. But sometimes I relate more strongly as an ego, and that can cause some trouble. However, going back to the language of A Course in Miracles, is every moment gives us an opportunity. We can choose the crucifixion, believing that the world and other people put us on a cross, crucify us. Or we can choose the resurrection. The resurrection is rebirth, meaning every single moment is reborn. This moment is not the same as the moment that just happened. In truth, there are no moments. There is just moment. Everything happening at once. My cat says good morning to you guys. Jace says, we are only tokens of positive energy and we erase all with it. Absolutely, my friend. Hey, Jacob. Jacob says, Happy Thanksgiving, Eric. Happy Thanksgiving to you, my friend. Thank you. So, I don't know why my cat has so much to say right now at 5 o'clock in the morning. Jace says, Jacob, Happy Thanksgiving to you. So, according to A Course in Miracles, the only lesson of the crucifixion, the only lesson of the cross, is that we can all survive our moment of crucifixion. And this is when we choose the resurrection. The resurrection means you can be reborn in your original innocence in each and every moment. So Jace says, we are only tokens of positive energy and we embrace all with it. How do we embrace all with it if someone is judged as a horrible person, a terrible person, a troubled person, a person that is bringing us pain, a person that is disturbing our peace of mind? The truth is, none of that's actually happening. Those are simply thoughts. So when we choose the resurrection, we are choosing to let those thoughts of judgment, those thoughts of the past, we choose to let them go. And we give each and every person a moment in the resurrection, a moment to be reborn. A lot of people sometimes, when I talk about yoga or talk about Buddhism, they want to talk about reincarnation. Reincarnation is a concept. And I'd rather not talk about concepts. I mean, we could. But I do want to talk about rebirth. I do want to talk about resurrection. That's not a concept. Resurrection, rebirth, is this moment. This moment. This moment. Why did I say it 3 times? It's because every time I said it was in a brand new moment. The previous moment was already over by the time I even had the glimmer of a thought of this moment. There was only this moment. Stuart says, hello, Yogi brother. Hello, Stuart brother. How are you? Jay says, I would like to take this opportunity to be thankful for a full and lengthy beard. Huh. Should we all be so thankful? I think you all actually quickly forget the wonderfulness of my beard, the wonderfulness of a closely cropped beard, easily maintained. I don't lose food in my beard. Everything is seen. Let's see. Amir Hoseen. Did I get that right? Says hello. I hope I pronounced it right, my friend, or came close. How are you, brother? I'm good, my friend. Jace Yoga, you have lost. that was funny. Good morning still, brother. Have a great day and a shave. That was funny. Johnny says, I found someone's wallet. They got to return it, restoring a person's faith in humanity. Why does this make me feel good? Because you were truly your most authentic self in that moment. You are exactly who you are in that moment. And that's a wonderful thing. I'm glad, you know what? More than the fact that that person got their wallet back, which is big, which is huge, and thank you for that. You know what's even bigger is the fact that you got to feel good by being your most authentic self. Amir says, where are you from, brother? I'm from the United States, East Coast in the state of Maryland. So I'm going to read lesson 162 real quick from A Course in Miracles. Not the whole thing. I'm going to read the first part of the lesson and then skim through it. Hey, Kimberly. Kimberly says, happy Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving to you, my friend. Hey, Sniper. Sniper says, Grand Risings all. This relates to what I'm going to read is what Johnny West just said. Kimberly, my friend. Stuart says he is in Mary Tucky. Stuart says, oh, yeah. Sorry. Happy Turkey Day. Kimberly says, I sub. Thank you, Kimberly. Excuse me, guys. Sniper says, happy Thanksgiving to all. Happy Thanksgiving to you. Jason and I were talking about earlier. I know it's not an international holiday, but it is an international day of just being thankful, because every day, every moment is an international day to be thankful. And I'm certainly thankful for all of you guys. So this is for Johnny West. Lesson 162 from A Course in Miracles. I am as God created me. Jacob says, we love you, brother. Thank you, my friend. We love you too. I am as God created me. Simple lesson, 162. Amir Hossein says, I am from Iran. Have a good day, brother. You too, my friend. Thank you. Kimberly says, hi to Stuart. I am as God created me. Why did Johnny West feel so good when he gave that wallet back to someone who made their day? Is because he was as God created him, as he is all the time. This lesson begins with, this single thought held firmly in the mind would save the world. It would literally save the world if we could remember, I am as God created me. But not only that, you are as God created you. Hello, Wendy, my friend. How are you? Amir Hussein says, yes. Stuart says, hey to Jacob. Kimberly says, my name is actually Allison. This isn't my, it's my mom's name. Both are pretty names, Kimberly and Allison. So good morning, Allison, my friend. Jace says, morning, Wendy. Wendy says, hello, Jace. Stuart says, hello, my darling Wendy. Wendy, babe. I am as God created me. This single thought held firmly in the mind would save the world. Moment by moment by moment. If you just remembered, if I just remembered, if we all just remembered, I am as God created me. And how is that? Johnny West found a wallet and gave it back to the owner. That act of giving, that act of feeling great when he gave, that act of relief that the person who got their wallet back, that act of gratefulness, all of that is how God created. God didn't create you to be selfish. God did not create you to be unloving. God did not create you to be an ego. An ego is an appearance within the creation of God. It's okay. It's just not created by God. It's created by us. It's created by thoughts. How we are. Pure, underlated. Am I getting that right? Spirit. Unconditional love. The practice of forgiveness moment by moment by moment. That is how God created us. I am as God created me. That is from the Course of Miracles. Lesson 162. I got something else to read, but it's not from a Course of Miracles. Let's see. Amir Hossein says, what's this morning? At night, it is morning. It is almost 5:15 in the morning for me. Hey, Nightmare. Nightmare says, it's just me. Eric, you know what? I refuse to accept it's just me from Nightmare. That should always be an announcement of celebration. It's just me. Let the good times begin. Now we're going to have some fun. Nightmare has arrived. Kimberly says, on the other side of the world, it's nighttime for me. Well, I hope you had a good day, and I hope you're going to have a good night. Kimberly says, or I'm sorry, Allison says, I'm actually on the other side of the road. It's nighttime for me. Kimberly says, I'm from Mississippi, USA. Mississippi. I have not been to Mississippi. I've been nearby Mississippi. It's a beautiful state. Nightmare says, like that, Eric, I always enjoy your description of others. Nightmare, you bring a great sense of laughter, easygoingness, curiosity every time you come in, man. I always celebrate when you come in. It's always appreciated. Today being Thanksgiving in the United States, I'm thankful for the presence of Nightmare. Sir says, Nightmare, I'm very disappointed in you. You were meant to go up and speak to Yogi. We do want to hear the accent. However, on a more important note, Nightmare, do you have a beard? We got some big things happening in the basement. Just see Yogi doing burpees in his basement, although technically I'm in my office. We're having a beard off. Kimberly says, thank you. I'm only 9 years old. Hey, Kimberly, it's a family-friendly conversation. However, always make sure that your parents know where you are. Let your parents know that you're here. Um, but everyone's welcome. As long as everything, we want every parent to be sure that it's okay for the kid to be here. Semper says, I posted that spoon, Eric. It is a teaspoon. Didn't take long at all. I'm bringing Sniper's channel up now. And we'll spend some time there. Hey, on a different topic, really quick. Jace is getting really close. I think this week, next week, he's going to be officially at 3,000 and get that first stage of monetization. If you could watch a playlist for Jace, have him up in the background, that would be huge. Tandra, we got a goal for Tandra. She's got 1,000 subscribers. So now we're working on getting her monetized as quickly as possible. Goga, if you're not subscribed to our great friend Goga, we want to get him at 10,000 subscribers by the end of the year, a little over a month. And Eve, if you're not subscribed to our good friend Eve, we're shooting for 5,000 by the end of the year for Eve. I have my own goals, but they'll happen. My goals will happen. Johnny says, I don't put it in so many terms. Do the right thing when no one is looking. Absolutely. I love that. I love it when it's simplified. Just do the right thing. And we know what the right thing is because it's the natural expression of our heart. Kimberly says, thank you. And yeah, I mean, Mississippi is Mississippi. Good. It's really pretty here. I heard that it's very pretty. Nightmare says, oh man, how could I forget about that? Happy Thanksgiving to all my American friends. Thank you, Nightmare. Happy Thanksgiving to you. As we've been talking about, it's not an official holiday across the world, but every day is a day to be grateful for, Every day is a thankful day. Jacob says, you too, Nightmare. Kimberly says, yeah. Kimberly says, no, I'm on live right now. They're just in the room. The one time I got lost in Walmart. Man, I got lost in a department store when I was a kid. I might have been 5 or 6. Funny. I'm 59. I still remember it. I still remember that lost feeling. I still remember crying. I still remember the relief when my parents found me. That's a metaphor. Reality, life, love, God, all the same thing. We've all spent time being lost. We're all crying in the wilderness. We're all crying in the department store. We're all looking for our reconnection with unconditional love. However, when I was crying, when I was wandering through the store, my parents were right there behind me the entire time, trying to catch me, to let me know you're safe, you're here. Reality, life, and love are always here. That which we're searching for, we are already present within. Relax. You're already found. Allison says, I have a YouTube channel. It's in the same name as Kimberly Barrett. Got you, my friend. Johnny says, I'm from Maryland too. Enjoy your soap top with extra Old Bay. Now I know exactly that you're from Maryland. If you're from Maryland, you know what Old Bay is all about. Put Old Bay on everything. Scrambled eggs, popcorn, turkey, stovetop potatoes. Put Old Bay on everything. I'm in Colombia. I was not born here, but I've been in Colombia almost as long as there's been a Colombia. We just subscribed to you, Allison. Jace says, Mom says, love Yogi. Thank you, Jace. Thank you to you, Mom. Hey, then tell your dad I said hi too. Love to them both. Kimberly says, yeah, it's kind of scary. It is kind of scary. But, you know, you will always be found. Hey, Mir. Mir says, hey, Sir Yogi, Brother Jace. Hello, our friend Mir. How are you? Kimberly says, thank you so much. You're welcome. Absolutely. So here's the last thing I wanted to read from the Talmud. Talmud is the one of the most ancient sections of the Bible. Every blade of grass has this angel that bends over it and whispers, grow, grow. Every blade of grass has its angel that whispers over it, grow. If every single blade of grass has an angel that whispers over it, imagine how many angels are bending over, whispering in your ear right now. Love. Just simply love. Amazing. My cat just found the one spot in the room where she can make noise as she sits down. So in just a few minutes, I'm going to take my walk. Mir says, I'm good, sir. How are you? Mir, I'm good. Hey, on this day in the United States, Thanksgiving of gratefulness, I want to let Mir know how grateful I am for his friendship. How much you've helped everyone in this community. And I mean everyone. Thank you so much, my friend. Kimberly says, I've been up all night. It's literally 4:22 in the morning. Yep, it's 5:22 here. I didn't even know I've been up all this long. Well, I hope you get some sleep soon. I've been up for 3 hours. Coming up, well, just about 3 hours actually. I think I got up. It was a little before 2:20. Greetings, my friend Signature. How are you? Hold on one second. Why are you making so much noise? My cat looked. I asked my cat a simple question: Why are you making so much noise? And my cat gave me a look as if to say, "Because I'm a cat, and that's what we do," which is a good answer. Jacob says, "For me, it's 2:23." Mir says, "Hey, Jacob." Signature says, "Hi, my friend Mir." So, no matter where you are in the United States, officially Thanksgiving, anywhere across the world, a day of gratefulness, because it's a day of gratefulness. Every day is a day of gratefulness. But may you have something, may you realize something, one thing to be grateful for. With that, we're going to get ready, go outside, take a walk. Johnny West says, I grew up in Silver Spring. Yep, that's not far from me at all, actually. Well, maybe 40 minutes, just past Olney, maybe less than 40 minutes, half an hour. A stone throw from DC. I know a bunch of Bombers from Wild Lake High School. I went to college at Towson. Hey, you know, Edward Norton went to Wild Lake. The actor Edward Norton. Towson's about 20 minutes from me. I love Towson. Hey, did you major in education? Towson's a great school for education. Signature says, I like your video doing exercise. Thanks, Signature. every day. Mir says, say Johnny. Signature says, say Johnny West. Mir says, so bless all friends. Hey, I hope you all guys take a minute to connect to each other. Just subscribe to Johnny. Looking at your channel, I know you don't have any content, but it's just a nice way of connecting. Just a little show of appreciation for you being here. Johnny says, crazy story, hooked up with his sister at Towson. Wow. That is crazy. I never met Edward Norton, nor did I hook up with his sister. But I know people who went to high school with him, say he was a really good guy. Supposedly, I've been at parties where he's been, but I've never actually saw him. Mir says, have a beautiful walk, Sir Yogi. Thank you, Mir. I appreciate that. Johnny says, thanks. I've been thinking about putting out content. I live in Boston now and see a lot of crazy stuff. Man, I can't think of Boston without the accent just popping in my head. And Johnny, I hope you do put out content. In my opinion, YouTube is just a very easy and simple form of creativity. It's an art. It's the art of your life. However you want to display it, however you want to show it. It could be the art of you playing video games. It could be the art of you taking nature walks and filming it. It's what I do. For me, most of all though, it's the art of live streaming. It's the art of conversation. Think of every conversation as jazz. How does it flow? How is the cadence? When it ends, does it make any sense? Not all jazz makes sense, nor does it have to. Sometimes it's just fun. So it says, slow me, brother. Hey, Johnny, are you a teacher by any chance? I just asked because, as I was saying, Towson University is a great teacher's college. Not exclusively, but almost every local teacher I know, when I talk to them, went to Towson. All right, guys, I think it's just about that time for me. Remember lesson 162 from A Course in Miracles? I am as God created me. If you don't like the word God, I am as the Tao created me. I am as Buddha consciousness, Krishna consciousness created me. I am as reality created me. I am as love created me. Pick your adjective. There you go. That's the expression of whatever free will we have. You get to pick your adjective. In the absence of free will, there is just that which is the adjective. In the expression, the experience of free will, we get to pick the adjective that we want. Kimberly says, people in the chat. Allison, thanks for hanging out with us. Happy Thanksgiving to you, my friend. I hope you get some sleep. Johnny, man, it was great meeting you. It's great meeting a fellow Marylander, one who's familiar with Columbia, and someone in Boston. Signature Mir, Sniper Stewart, Nightmare, all my good friends. I didn't forget Sniper, did I? Nope, I can never forget Sniper. Thank you, guys. Before I go to take my walk, I want to visit the spoon that, oh, Jacob. Don't want to forget Jacob. When is next live? I will be live at 1 o'clock this afternoon and again at 5:30. Hey, this afternoon, Allison said I also like, thank you. I appreciate that. I'll be doing a special live stream with our friend, the Great Fisherman. Some say the greatest fisherman of them all. Some say the greatest fisherman with a beard of all time, all things country. I'm just saying. I'm just putting it out there. This isn't meant to be a slight of other fishermen with a beard. I'm just saying some people are talking. We're going to talk about sobriety, the gift of sobriety, how we got here, both him and I, how we maintain it, and all that stuff. Kimberly says, what time will it be for me while you were doing live? It will be, if I start at 1, it'll be 12 o'clock. 12 o'clock for you. So I hope you get some sleep before now and 12 o'clock. Guys, come on by and hang out. Stuart says, I have the best sobriety beard ever. That should be discussed. It'll be discussed this afternoon. We will come to a consensus. We will see. We're going to settle it once and for all. This evening, it'll be in the afternoon, 12 in the afternoon. So this evening will be the first of the great vote-off. Who's going to leave the island of the beard? We're going to vote them off the island. Their beard no longer deserves to be on the island. Johnny says, no, I went to Towson for 1 year. I knew college wasn't for me. Now I'm doing the field surveying on buildings while they're being built. Awesome. Yep, college, no doubt, is not for everyone. It wasn't for me either. I didn't quite get my associate's degree. Very close to getting it at Howard Community College, Howard County. But you know, I wanted to write, and so I started writing. Maybe not very well, maybe not very successfully, but I did what I set out to do. Allison says, nice meeting you. She says, oh, okay, bye, I guess. It was nice meeting you too, my friend. Sir says, sniper of the squirrel, my brother, take care. Sniper says, catch you later, Eric. Thank you, Sniper. I'm off to look at your spoon. Hey, make sure you click on Sniper's link. He's got the spoon that he carved from a white, you said white birch. Or was it a silver birch? Jacob says, Eric, I will stay till you end the stream. Thank you, Jacob. And that is right about this moment, actually. I want to go out and take my walk. I try to do it right before the sun comes up. In the yogic tradition, this is called Brahma Muhurtai, the hours of God, the most sacred time of the day. Allison says, when you end your live stream, I'm probably going to sleep. I hope you have a good night's sleep, a good morning sleep, actually. All right, guys. Now is the time to end it. I'm going to see everyone later. Come on by and talk to me and All Things Country in the afternoon. Kimberly says they're doing TikToks. One of these days, I might have to start a TikTok account. I never have. I've never been on TikTok. Maybe one day. Who knows? My friends, thank you for hanging out with me. It's much appreciated.